Welcome back to another book review. Today's book review is the first review that I am doing for the SPFBO book contest. I am a judge this year. However, any review that I do, take note that it reflects my opinions only and does not necessarily reflect the full ratings of the group as a whole. So, with that caveat being said, let me start you off with the first book that I am reviewing for that contest, which is The Artificer's Knot by Eric Lewis. This book is a low fantasy steampunk story about Ran, who is, well, should have been a fully papered artificer from the university before he got expelled weeks before his papers were due, and has been struggling to find work ever since. He then runs into Neebs, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, who is the gang boss for part of the city, and decides that Ran could actually be very useful to him. He kind of takes Ran into the fold of his gang, and Ran helps him in his endeavors to invest in this brand new petroleum oil that has started to arise and make enough money to get out of the gang life. Anyways, this story is one that I think is written very well. I think that the writing is very smooth, the characters are well developed, and their motivations are very much singular to them. They feel very real. They're not just one-dimensional, I want revenge, I want this, I want that, I want money, I want power. It's nuanced. And I think that's wonderful. That being said, though, I struggled with this book. The fantasy aspects of this book are pretty minimal. It reads a lot like a historical fantasy or historical fiction novel set in the 1870s or something. There's not a lot of fantasy elements except for the fact that it takes place in a different world and has different names for different countries and that sort of a thing. And a lot of the story is involved in the kind of power play between the various gangs, and frankly, I just didn't care. Every chapter, it felt like the drama went up, and then you had to regroup and prepare for more drama, which went up, and went up, and went up, and there was just constant escalation, and constant, oh, well, that didn't work, let's figure out the new thing, and I got so tired of it. Which is such a shame because it really is very well written and the characters really are very interesting, but I couldn't handle the constant escalation of drama. There was no time for me to really regroup. There was no pulling back. Everything just kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, to the point where I kind of skimmed the last third of the book and figured out, okay, yes, this drama is happening next. All right, that drama is happening after that. And then I just didn't care anymore. I really didn't. So this was a middling book for me. Points for it being extremely well written and for the characters being exceptionally well done. And then points removed for, well, the plot, frankly. It was just a lot. So, anyways, that's what I have for you this week. And once again, bear in mind, my opinion does not reflect the views of the group as a whole and has no bearing on the final SPFBO finalists and ratings and that sort of a thing. So that is all I have for you this week. I wish you happy reading, and I shall see you next time. Bye.